How's it going, everyone? We're here with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. We'll go ahead and get started with questions. He'll be with us for about 5 minutes. And we'll take our first question from Jake Malik of Sideline Sports.
Hey, Travis. Congrats on a great season. I know this is not how you wanted it to end. Offense couldn't quite get clicking today. Can you walk me through maybe what didn't go right and what you guys may be able to fix for the next, for next season?
I guess we got to be better in the red zone, right? The 3 points isn't going to do it early on. They were putting up touchdowns. We were putting up field goals. And what that did was it put their defense in an opportunity to play a little bit deeper and make us kind of work the ball downfield. And from that point, it was just a lot of mistakes. And you can't win the ball game with turnovers. You can't win the ball game with penalties. And sure enough, we didn't execute in either one of those areas.
We'll go next to Danny Heifetz with The Ringer.
Hey, Travis. Patrick seemed to just start running backward for like long stretches in the second half. How many plays kind of just seemed to be dead right from the snap with the pass pressure?
Can't really put a finger on it. I think it was once we got down a good amount, I feel like their defensive line kind of thrives off of being able to just pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. And sure enough, they had it schemed up pretty well.
We'll go next to Aaron Ladd from KSHB.
Travis, ESPN has Patrick as running around for 497 yards before he could even get the throw off. How does that impact, what you all are trying to do and your routes and all that?
Well, first things first is I gotta be able to get open so that he's not flying around like that. And then on top of that, just being there for him when he does get out of the pocket. I feel like he's had a magic Mahomes type kind of creativity when he does get out of the pocket. So I mean, it's not like you're mad at him for doing it or anything like that. It's just kind of how the game went, and it's not what we want to do as an offense, but at the same time, guys were out there just trying to make plays.
We'll go next to Tom Akins from AP.
Travis, talk a little bit about the defensive schemes that you guys had to cope with tonight. As you said, the Bucs seem to have things schemed up, but what was the most difficult thing that you guys tried to challenge to get free and get ready to move the ball?
I feel like they made us kind of dink and dunk, take what was there. They put a cap on the defense, or they put a cap over top and didn't let us get behind the defense, knowing how much speed we have. And sure enough, what that made us do is try and run the ball a little bit better. But their front seven is second to none in the league, and it's just it was frustrating. It was one of those days where it just felt like anything you did, they had an answer for.
We'll take 2 more questions. The first one going to Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest.
Hey, Travis. Patrick just said that the offense wasn't on the same page from the beginning, as far as he wasn't getting the ball out on time, receivers not being where he expected them to be, and obviously guys getting through the line. Is there anything you can really put your finger on? It's just maybe why you guys didn't come out on the same page like you usually do?
No, there's nothing I can really put my finger on. It's just we were a tick off, and sure enough, putting up only 6 points in the first quarter and or 2 field goals, leaving points on the board, and on top of that, just drop balls. There was a huge drop pass, which then set up the punt that we got a penalty on, and then we had a shank punt, and then they just went up 21-6. And I mean, at that point, a lot of momentum was on their side, and it was just tough sledding from there.
And we'll take our last question from Jennifer Lee Chan of NBC Sports.
Travis, were you surprised at how many penalties were called against your team versus last year, where it seemed like they just let you play?
I'm not going to get into the penalties. We got to play the game by the rules, and just be better. No excuses.
All right, Travis, thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us. Feel free to head back to the virtual center where you can see everyone else on the podiums.